When you are denied for Social Security, when you apply, you have only 60 days to file an appeal, and that 60-day deadline for appeals runs throughout the Social Security disability system, whether it's appealing a denial, appealing a reconsideration denial, requesting a hearing, or requesting a review by the appeals council or federal court, 60 days. But let's delve a little bit deeper into that. I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm a Social Security disability attorney representing clients throughout the country. And the 60-day appeal deadline is really not very long, and compared to other legal matters in terms of statutes of limitations, 60 days just isn't very much time at all. The problem with Social Security is, unlike state court where you might be served with a lawsuit, you have notice because a sheriff's deputy actually handed something, there's something called a return of service. Social Security uses the United States mail. And the mail can be unreliable. So Social Security has a policy that when they send you out a notice, a denial that has got a date on it, let's say the date is March 15th of whatever year, of 2020, then you have 60 days to file that appeal, with 5 days extra for mailing. So instead of being March, if I said March 5 is the date, actually March 10, because you have an extra 5 days, and then 60 days from that. And you can use date calculators. What I would typically do in a March 5, I would say May 5 would be kind of my soft deadline to make sure I've got the appeal in. The problem is that sometimes Social Security will issue a denial, and it'll be dated March 5th of 2020, but it doesn't get mailed out for a couple of weeks, or it gets lost in the mail. And in that situation, that's a real problem, because you won't really have any recourse. So I've had a situation, in fact, this happened to me a couple of times, where my client applied for benefits. The notice was dated, we'll stick with our example, was dated March 5th of 2020, but he did not get the actual notice until June, well after the 60 days had gone by. The notice had gotten lost in the mail. I think he had one of those, you may have seen them, the mail service will put the mail, the torn up mail, in a little plastic bag with a little sticker saying, "We're sorry." Well, I tried to appeal that and said, look, here's proof from the Postal Service that got lost in the mail. You know what Social Security said? Too bad. This is not appealable. He needs to start over again. So they can be really, really unforgiving about that sort of thing. So what I would tell you is to protect yourself, a couple of things. Number one is, when you apply, understand that the typical amounts of time it takes. So for an initial application or recon, it's going to be 3 to 5 months before you get a decision. So what I would do is, if you file it on, again, let's say January 1, you want to put on your calendar, maybe March 1, March 15th, something like that, to check into the status of your claim. You can look online, or you could even call Social Security and ask them what's going on. But don't let it sit until August or September, because what's probably happened in that situation is they issued a denial, you just didn't get the notice of it. So I think it's really important to be aware of the time frames involved. The second thing I would tell you is use the online access to check the status of your claim, and that will tell you what's going on. And even if you have not gotten a notice, if you see on that online status you've been denied, you want to go ahead and file an appeal. The third thing is, if you're not getting any information at all, and let's say 3 or 4 months has passed, what I do is I will write a letter to Social Security, to the local Social Security office, send it certified mail, return receipt requested, saying we applied 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 months ago. We've not received any notice. I'm not saying anything online. I'm not getting any response by phone. So I'm assuming that this case has been denied. Please allow this letter to serve as my protective filing date for an appeal. And what that will do is that will put Social Security on notice that you are filing an appeal, even if they've lost your case, or even if they sent it out and you never got it. Again, it's just a paper trail that you can use, and this is actually, again, something I've done a couple of times, where I'll send that letter out, and that will serve as a de facto appeal, even though it's not done in the right form or the right piece of paper and all that. It still can be an effective appeal to protect your appeals filing date. So big picture here is when you file an application, when you file an appeal, if you don't receive an acknowledgement of that within a week or two, red flags should go up. If you don't receive any word at all on the decision itself within 3 to 4 months, red flags should go up. You should use the online access to check the status periodically to see what's going on. And if you get even a whiff that you've been denied, go ahead and either send in the appropriate appeals form or send a letter, certified mail, that you wish to appeal, assuming that your case has been denied and you just did not get proper notice. So even though Social Security is supposed to be sending out things by mail, and they usually do, and 99% of the time it's not a problem, you don't want to be that 1% where they didn't send it out or they didn't send it out on time. And even though you received it 3 weeks late, you still want to look at the date on the actual application and use that 60 days from that as kind of your soft deadline to file the appeal. And quite frankly, if you get a denial, and you get a denial, May 1, don't wait. There's really no reason to wait to go ahead and file your appeal. Go ahead and file that appeal right away. You don't need to wait until June or July to file your appeal. Go ahead and file it right away. Get the process moving, because Social Security takes a long time anyway. Why add another month or two to the process? So that's my take on appeal deadlines and what you need to know and how you protect yourself. Please visit me online at ssdanswers.com. I have a free Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit that I deliver by email. I also have a place for a case evaluation where I'll tell you what I think about your case. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I have 350 videos plus on the YouTube channel, adding more all the time. I've got a Facebook page where I'm putting not just videos, but I'm putting articles about Social Security disability. I encourage you to subscribe to that, as well as the YouTube channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Have you had an experience with a lost piece of paper from Social Security? Because they do lose a lot of paper. It's a big organization. And so anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Please reach out to me if you need any help. This is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the Survival Kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.